everybody. Welcome aboard. I'd like to welcome the Fish family from the Carolina area, the Isaac family from Germany, and of course the Hammond family. Hammond family? Hammond family. And I'm sorry, where's the Hammond family coming from?
Maryland.
Maryland. Well, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. My name is Renee, your awesome tour guide, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But I've been in the state of Arizona for 17 years. I got a lot of information for you.
Steelers fan?
Well, yeah, when you're born there, you bleed black and gold.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, we got a few rings, baby.
Not as many as the Patriots, just saying.
And that's the only one, darling. You tell me anybody else that can compete, right? Not a whole lot, not a whole lot. But I've been in the state of Arizona for 17 years. I lived in the southern part of the Phoenix area for about 12 of those years. I used to take trips up here to the Grand Canyon. Now, before I started doing tours, I actually worked really closely with the Native American tribes that still live here inside our national park. For instance, this town that we're driving through right here, right now, is called Tusayan. That's how you pronounce this town's name. Tusayan. It's a Native American word, a Hopi tribe word, that translates to place of gathering. This is where our native tribes would come gather, trade their goods, have their powwows, big hunting parties. Now it's just our little gateway to the Grand Canyon. From roundabout to roundabout, that's all there is to it. Now, out of 11 different tribes that still associate themselves with the Grand Canyon, 5 of those tribes still live here inside the national park. We'll break those down a little bit more in detail later. But what we're driving through right now and what the town of Tusayan lies is in the Kaibab National Forest. Kaibab is how you pronounce that. Well, Kaibab National Forest is pretty special to us. It's a part of the largest and contiguous ponderosa pine forest in the world. So that's what all these beautiful tall pine trees are around us, ponderosas. Again, working closely with the native tribes. Of course, they tell me everything that I know. But I'll be sure with you all today. So please, anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, you just let me know at any time. We got a mile to go till we get to that south rim entrance gate. Once we enter the gate, we'll have a few more miles to go until we hit our first view. What we'll do is we're going to bebop around to a different viewpoints here tonight until we finally meet our sunset destination viewpoint. And then, of course, we'll sit, relax, and enjoy the sunset. We'll load the truck back up after sunset and then come straight home. So that's a little bit of our itinerary for us this evening. Now you'll notice a lot of these red, orange color marked trucks that we have on the ponderosas. Believe it or not, it makes those trees lightning resistant. That's right, they can take direct lightning strikes and actually heal themselves. There's a certain resin that's secreted from the bark that acts as a glue and will actually glue that tree back together. Now, that comes in handy. We suffer about 23,000 lightning strikes here every year. But we don't suffer from a lot of wildfires because we practice what's called controlled or prescribed burns. Has anybody heard that term before? Oh good, you're going to see a lot of evidence of that, especially as we drive through the park. Our forest rangers go around, collect all the deadfall or dead wood in the area. And when the temperature is right, the time is right, they come through and actually light that forest floor on fire. Of course, mixing a little Mother Nature with technology, all that does is keep those natural wildfires from getting too out of control. But it also leaves this nitrate-rich nutrients in the soil, so of course our floor grows back twice as big, twice as full. But don't worry, I'll show you some evidence of that. Here's that south rim entrance gate. Not too bad of a line today, pretty exciting. Give me 1 second here, folks.
Hello, my dear. I have 13 on board. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, see, easy peasy lemon squeezies. We stay pretty busy though. Spring break is our busiest time of the year, and that's because we're the second most visited national park here in the United States. So we stay pretty busy. Our gate hours are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know, do we know how to party here or what? That's right, we got a gate over there on the eastern rim. You'll enter the Navajo Reservation, and about another 25 miles, you'll reach a small town called Cameron. And Cameron hosts the junction of the 89 that will take you north to Page, Arizona, or south to Flagstaff. So if anybody's heading either one of those directions, I always suggest this route. Why? Well, it's definitely the most scenic drive in the state, if not the country. It's the only road that's actually paved on the rim of this Grand Canyon. So wait till you see. We're going to be cruising along this highway, and we're going to be driving so close to that rim, we're going to see views of one of those natural wonders of the roadway from the truck. You don't even have to get out. That's how close we're going to be. Now we're just going to be cruising around the rim today, just like most touring companies do, because there's only 3 ways to get down inside the Grand Canyon, really experience the bottom of it. One of those ways is riding a mule. The second is by hiking, and the third way is whitewater rafting. So those are the only 3 ways you're getting down inside that Grand Canyon, really experience the bottom of it. Our first views of that Grand Canyon are right here on the left-hand side. Everybody, check it out. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna get out of the truck and hang out on this paved trail right beside the truck. We're not staying too long because remember, we're on a race against that sun. We need to make it to our sunset destination before that sun sets. Also, I'll be able to point out one of the trails that you can take down inside the canyon. So we'll be talking about that, as well as pictures. If anybody wants any photos, I'm a great tour guide, but after doing this job, I've gotten to be a pretty good photographer. So let me know if you want a photo. Watch your head, watch your feet as you exit the vehicle.
I don't need watching of the head.
Couldn't be me.
Okay. I don't need watching of the head.
I know, Shorty.
You don't have to worry about hitting my head.
Oh, it's that truck we saw. Wow.
Still short enough.
Oh,
I thought we were coming up this way, so I'm like,
there's this here. I want a picture with the tour guide.
You want to stand next to her?
Yeah, that's what I want.
You want a photo with